Welcome, Dayton. The Little Green Dress presents Traditions and Legacies, the hot new show coming out in Dayton, where we discuss your family's traditions and discover your legacy. Without further ado, we'd like to introduce you to the author and the host of the Little Green Dress Children's Series, Kim Gresham.
Hello, and welcome to the Little Green Dress Presents Traditions and Legacies. I am your host, Kim Gresham. Thank you for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe to all of the Little Green Dress channels, okay? Today we have a special guest. We went to school together, grew up together, and he is doing tremendous things in the community. I thought he was just helping with little boys and raising them and helping them growing, but he's doing way more things than that. Please put your hands together and welcome Mr. Darren Byrd. Come on out, friend. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Look
right,
at
good
you. Good to see you.
You too.
Been all right?
Yeah, I've been good.
Good. Let's talk.
Okay.
All right. I'm so glad you stopped by.
Yeah.
Doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Good. Okay. So, I'll put this together so we could talk about, so I could ignite people's thoughts about, family traditions and what we grew up with, because we're getting away from it and everything. But first of all, just tell them how we know each other.
Okay. I know Kim. I know Kim from school. Like, I think junior high. We was all in 8th grade together, ready to go to high school. They switched it. They made 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. So then we had to be back in with those junior highs. And then we went to good old Meadowdale together.
Yes.
Where the Lions roar. I believe you was a cheerleader, volleyball player. And all that.
I was the proper.
Yeah, she was she was the talker. So right before talking game planning or whatever, and I said I could imagine you doing this, because I remember you used to talk a lot. Not bad, but you used to talk a lot, so I could see you like right in your element, like feeling right at home. So we went to the high school together, worked in some different, places together, got a lot of mutual friends, still got our circle from back then.
Yes.
So we stay connected. Social media is a good thing, because that's how we all stay connected now.
I think so too. Facebook has really helped us a lot to stay together, because I still talk to people from Belhaven.
Yeah.
We still talk, we still know people from way back then.
We ain't repping Belhaven, we repping Hickorydale.
Okay, I'm gonna let you get away with that. But okay, Hickorydale and Belhaven.
It's your show. So
we
it's Belhaven.
together.
We together.
It's the same
That's
neighborhood.
Right. It's the same neighborhood. It's Greenwich Village. It's the same neighborhood.
Greenwich Village. That's where we from.
That's where we from.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about your family's traditions.
One of our family traditions was that my grandma started. I don't know if it started with her or was it passed down, probably from my grandmother. My grandmother was born in 1900 and passed away in 2000, so she was exactly like 100 years old, like a couple days past her birthday. My grandma, 98 years old, her sister now is 99 and she'll turn 100 next year. So
wow.
The women have a little bit more longevity or whatever, but their tradition was Thanksgiving was like a really, really big deal. You had to stand up. Everybody, if it was 10 people or 100 people, everybody had to stand up and say what you're thankful for.
Okay.
It didn't matter the age, if you was a baby and you just mumbled out or whatever,
you had to say.
Grandma made sure everybody realized what you're thankful for. Christmas was always fun because she had everybody at the house on Christmas Eve, no matter what. She ain't want to see you Christmas Day. It's too many of y'all ain't coming to my house, leave me alone. We do it on Christmas Eve.
Wow.
So my grandmother's tradition was she gave you a crispy $1 bill, depending on your age.
Crisp.
Yeah, crispy. It was bank crispy in that envelope or whatever, to give you the little pack of Lifesavers. And the older you got, you graduated. But they together, my grandma and my grandmother, they just had a room. So depending on your age group, you would go in there and you would grab what you want. So that was like our Christmas Eve thing. And she would make these, I don't know what they, yeast rolls or something. Like that was the only time she would make it. You would ask her and she would be like, no, that's Christmas. So those rolls is one of those traditions that everybody, and I mean, she made plenty enough where you could take them home and have them for Christmas dinner. So that was like our tradition, and we still carry it, you know what I'm saying, carry it on with my mom and my aunts and stuff, and like to this day. And even the kids know, you know, my kids know, like Christmas Eve, wherever the house is that we say, that's where everybody gonna be. So ain't no going really out of town and doing all that stuff. So that Thanksgiving and Christmas, they was really, really, you know, on it. Yeah.
So y'all Christmas is like really light because y'all did everything on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, done everything on Christmas Eve.
Oh, okay, so you got the rest on Christmas.
Yeah, so their thing was come over here, we be with family, and then stay at home, whatever your family is on Christmas. So you don't have to travel, you have to do that. So that was a tradition.
I think that's awesome. So now, okay, so now in your family on Thanksgiving, on Thanksgiving, does everybody still stand up? Do you have them stand up?
Yeah, we still stand up. So my kids, we kind of passed that down because now that, you know, my grandma's gone, now the aunts and stuff, they still carry on the same thing. And if you ain't show up for Thanksgiving, they'll catch you at family reunion or whatever the function, and they remember, like, you didn't say why you was thankful. It could be July, so you have to stand up.
And
you have to say why you was
right
thankful. Yeah, it might be a year later or whatever.
Yeah,
they
gonna get you.
Yeah, they keep a nice little list on that. So
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome that you have to sit down because it makes you reflect on your on that whole year, like what really happened and what you're thankful for. Because I'm sure you've been brought through a lot. You know.
Exactly.
Okay, so now you are doing so much in the community, and you know just your personal things and things that you're doing with the youth. So start with the youth and tell me about that, and then we'll work our way on that.
Okay, so Kim knows me. She knows me. So I was what I guess what grandma would call a firecracker back then. So I know everybody that knew me back then is kind of like, he worked with kids, like kids.
That's different.
I know that's different for him, but yeah, I do. So I've been coaching football and basketball probably like the last maybe 20, 25 years at different high schools. I'm currently at West Carrollton. I coach football and basketball. And I work at Richard Allen Schools, where I'm a school and student resource officer. I work there. And I also have an after-school program, VMBC 937, which stands for Violence Mentoring, Bullying, and Conflict Resolution.
Wow.
So after school is done, for some idea, me and my good friend of mine, my younger brother, Coach Anthony Parker.
Shout out to Anthony Parker.
That's right.
I interviewed him last year.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. So he's founder of the camp, brought me in. Extraordinary Men Mentoring Camp. We have right now, I just left there, so right now it's the first week, so we have over 200 boys. Wow. So we're teaching them things that they need to learn as young men.
Yes.
We got the arming board out. You gotta learn how to arm for yourself. We got the
basics.
The little skillet out because you need to learn how to fry an egg, you know, just the stuff that somehow you might be missing, just the basic survival things or whatever. And if they got moms like my mom, she said somebody might not want to marry you, so you might want to learn how to take care of yourself. So we teach them how to change a tire, cut grass, just some of the stuff that you kind of would take for granted because generation wise, you know, we learned all that stuff, but now because of tech and all that type of stuff that they really don't. So it's no games, no phones, no electronic devices for 8 weeks at our camp. They don't get any electrical stimulation at all.
For 8 weeks? For
8 weeks. We outdoors, We teach you how to be one with nature and everything.
I like that. I like that because I just keep talking about the how technology has just taken over, because that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to ignite people about, you know, just getting back to your family, because the technology is almost separating us because the kids are just stuck like this. So I just think that's awesome. The ironing board, that is important.
We incorporate that and a whole lot of just positive affirmations, you know, just being an all-around good person. Of course, we do Wall Street, Juneteenth coming up. They have to learn the Negro National Anthem. That's the must. We play it every day.
The Negro National, okay.
Now, I forgot about the second verse. You know how we learned it. We only learned that first voice, and it was like cut. But, you know, I'm like, I said, it's a second verse.
Like, who knew it was a second verse?
Who was our music teacher at Melodale? Like, we didn't tell us that,
didn't tell us
yeah,
that.
I didn't know that. So it's getting traditional, and then what we're finding out that the kids are going home and really sharing with their parents and really talking about it, and it's good. And because of social media, we can see some positive images of Black people doing some good things, and not always some of the other stuff that they flash across the screen.
On the news, because on the news, that's it's all bad on the news. Yeah. My hat is off to you because like 200 boys, like dealing with the youth, like I can go read to the kids all day, you know, but I'm gonna pack up my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But y'all are right in the trenches with the kids, and my hat is off to you. My hat is off to my bestie. Shout out to Sherelle Stroud and YLAG because she does the same thing with girls. Now, is your grandbaby in YLAG?
Yeah.
And my grandbaby in YLAG.
Yep, they in YLAG. So, and we just started a girls version, Extraordinary Ladies. So, with Coach Parker's wife, Miss Parker. Shout out, that's the boss lady.
Okay.
So she started the girls part, and she has those girls, probably about 50 girls or whatever. So it's just like a mirror image, but it's just on the, you know, predicated just to the young lady. So it's funny seeing them because for the last 5 years it's just been men, and now seeing the little ladies. Oh, what you know, go past like, what are you doing? So 3 of my grandbabies are all in the camp. So they're having a shock from not having their phones and having to do vision boards and do all that and running and stuff. But
I
it's
love
good
a
for them,
good
though.
vision board.
Yeah, they've been sneaking, calling their mama saying, we ready to come home. Y'all with me for 8 weeks.
You gotta detach them from it. And I feel like all of us should detach from it a little bit, you know, because it can just really kind of take over because I'm always trying to post and put things out because I'm trying to get this business going. It's like I'm always looking. That get her have to stop.
I know.
I have to stop.
I done seen some of the videos they post where that people just so into their phones like they walking in the stuff and walking the traffic and, you know, being forgetful. So yeah, I try to like set a, you know what I'm saying, a standard thing or whatever about putting the phone down because you know every week it'll show how much screen time are you looking like. Man, I could have halfway been through a book or novel or something like that with that time. But I know, I mean, it's necessary at some point. You know, I know with you got to keep up because your platform is all the way on everything. On everything. You know, so yeah.
But my thing is, I'm still old. I'm still trying to keep up, but it's hard to keep up because I need followers, guys. I need followers. They're not even paying no attention because I don't have any followers, and that's sad because you can have as much talent as you have, but if you don't have the following, they ain't really checking for you. Okay, so now let's move on to you told me that you was in a movie, like you told me was
so I 3 years ago I shot a movie written by T.L.G. Shout out T.L.G.
Shout out.
Yeah, she wrote the whole screenplay with some of my input or something that's based off of some poetry that I done about the first girl I seen out of a bus window, and I got off the bus and seen her. So the story was built around that. It's called Perfected Love. I was the star in it, and several other people that we shot it. We had a big movie premiere down at the convention center, and then we showed it on Valentine's weekend down at the Neon Theater. And right now we're in editing, getting it a little bit more cleaner and stuff like that to be presented to some of the the streaming services. Tubi and
Tubi.
Yeah,
Darren Byrd gonna be on Tubi.
Right, for the right thing. Now remember that.
Right, for the right thing. Yeah. So it was based off your poetry. You write poetry too. You're just an all-around Renaissance man.
Yeah, I think all them days running around and stuff like that. That quiet time, I just picked out. Because I was journaling. Had juvenile asthma. As we know back then, they didn't know nothing about it, but stay in the house and stay cool. So I spent a lot. That's why I spent a lot of time with my grandma and grandmother, knowing some of those traditions and stuff like that because I was always in the house. And grandma don't even want to have the air conditioning. It wasn't central air or nothing like that.
That's right.
So, so I learned how to keep that journal.
Mentoring. What else you tell me you was doing?
Coaching football,
coaching
basketball,
football.
yeah.
You was just all around. You gonna spread yourself thin.
Yeah, that's good. I mean,
Keep busy.
keeping busy and giving back. I also another one of my traditions, which I need to start back. My son's birthday was on the 7th. He just called me. He's like, "Oh yeah, thanks, but where my birthday cake?" And I'm like, "Huh?" Because I used to bake their cake, whatever they wanted. I used to bake their cake.
What you mean, whatever they wanted? Like if they
whatever
wanted
flavor and all that
okay.
stuff. I mean, yeah, it could be round or it could be square, whatever.
Okay,
So
I thought you was making like
I wasn't L yet. I wasn't making 3 or 4 layers. Yet. It was just, you get a pan or you get a round cake. So yeah, so whatever flavor, whatever icing. So that's what I usually do. So I was like, I'll do it when you start doing it for your daughter. And then it was funny because I was telling him, well, I'm like going on my friend's show or whatever, and it's about tradition. I'm gonna make sure we start it. So when you watch it daily, I'm talking to you. Start that tradition back. Pass it on to the kids.
You heard your daddy. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. So you bake. You just do everything.
Yeah, I try to.
Well, that is all right. So now let me ask you this. Okay, let me ask you this because I've been forgetting to ask this question, but it's very important. So, like when I started this, when I started doing this on Facebook and everything, it was during the pandemic, and we were losing a lot of people. And so I just wanted to know, if you were to leave this earth today, what legacy would you leave?
I would hope my legacy probably was speaking my work and my action, knowing that everybody I encountered, I treated them fairly and like a real human being with genuine love. And for all of my mentees, players and stuff to remember the things that I told them, about, either moving on, it was gonna come back later on in life or whatever, and just know that being connected with me in my circle, like me and you connected or whatever, that I added value to it.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I am I am hoping like everybody that see this like, oh, Darren was on there. I could be on there now because Darren was on there because you like a big heavy hitter, you know. And but I've seen you on Facebook and I saw everything. I saw you work with Mr. Parker all the time, and I was like, okay, he's doing a lot, and I knew that I had to have you on there. That's why I sent you my the invitation and everything.
She was on me too. She was on me. She was like, to the point I wasn't answering back. She like, man, are you coming or not?
Because I need to know.
But that's the sister. That's the sister in it though. That's how I met her there. That's how we reacted. Everybody was brother and sister, and we was one big happy family. So
and that's
ain't
how
nothing
I
changed
keep
in
it.
30 years.
And
so,
that's how I keep it. When I'm doing something, I always start with my inner circle, and my inner circle is always gonna be Meadowdale and all my friends around. Because Meadowdale, I mean, we put out people. We doing big things.
Yeah, we got a lot of people doing
both classes,
things.
all 3 classes. We doing big things, and I'm proud of everyone. Proud of everybody. So I just want to thank you for coming out. And
thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Anytime. So now you say you're doing plays, so let me know when you're doing that play so I can
I will let you know when I'm doing plays, and you're gonna laugh at this. Don't fall out too much when I tell you the part. I am the pastor.
What you say now, Pastor?
Yeah, I'm the pastor.
You gonna be the pastor? You gonna pat your head like that?
Yeah.
You gonna have your handkerchief?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I cannot wait to see that.
And we could just say, I give you my tequila. She won't mind to give you a hint. My church has lost a ever-loving mind. That's all I can say. You want to make sure you're there to see it. My church has lost a ever-loving mind.
I'm going to be there to see it.
And Pastor Eugene, that's me. I have to get everybody back together. One way or another.
I'm coming to watch that. Definitely coming to watch. Okay, so when this comes out, I want everybody to go out and see. Tell me the name of it again.
The name of the stage play is The Secret Within the Pews.
The Secret
Within the Pews. Yes.
Listen at that title.
Yeah, I know.
You can tell already. That's gonna be juice.
Yeah, you can tell.
That's gonna be juiced up.
Yeah, I had we done it, and I had a lady say, after we left out and we was out there meeting and talking to the people, she said, you nice looking, you got a nice voice, but I wouldn't come to your church. So I'm like, man, it was just a play. I'm glad my acting brought you there where you would say you would come to my church, but
right.
So
you must have been really good because you convinced her.
Yeah, I convinced her. I was like, well,
she said she wouldn't.
I didn't know what to say. She said I wouldn't come to your church.
Well, guess what? That was the best
I said,
compliment
yeah,
you
that
could
was
have
that was it.
because you was
yeah,
on point.
Yeah, I would have told the director. I said, "This is what she said." She said, "Good." So I said, "I ain't coming to rehearsal no more. I got my part now."
All right,
Yeah.
I am definitely coming to see that.
Yep, thank
Well,
you.
this
Thank you.
is concludes our interview right now,
So
and I
it's
just
over
wanna,
already?
already it
Already,
always goes
okay.
so fast, and because I
Right.
want to sit and keep
Right,
talking,
we
you know,
keep on
because we
talking.
all in the, you know.
Yeah.
But thank you so much
Okay,
for
I
coming
appreciate
out.
it. Thanks for thinking about me.
Sure,
All right.
anytime.
Yep.
Give me a
All
hug.
right.
All right.
Yep. Yep.
Thank you so much. It's been the Little Green Dress Presents Traditions and Legacies. My friend Darren Byrd, and we out.
All right.
YWCA Dayton is on a mission to eliminate racism, empower women, and promote peace, justice, freedom, and dignity for all. Since 1870, YWCA Dayton has protected and advocated for some of our community's most vulnerable individuals, including battered women and their children, victims of sexual assault and human trafficking, women at risk of homelessness, and girls in marginalized populations. These services are offered free of charge regardless of race, health, or background. YWCA Dayton provides the only domestic violence shelters and rape crisis center in Montgomery and Preble counties, offering a full safety net of trauma-informed crisis support services. This includes the Miami Valley's longest-running 24/7 crisis and domestic violence hotline, 937-222-SAFE. YWCA operates 4 housing programs that help stabilize and shelter women at various ages and stages, from those exiting our domestic violence shelters to women who have experienced chronic homelessness and trauma. All of our housing programs provide wraparound support to strengthen life skills, secure employment, and develop a network of supportive and empowering relationships. YWCA hosts youth development program called Girls Lead, which encourages, motivates, and empowers all girls to develop holistically with strength, courage, and wisdom. Girls Lead offers a safe place for girls to express themselves, instills a love of learning, helps counter stereotypes, and builds skills and self-confidence for healthy, successful futures. In the 1800s, YWCA Dayton became the first YWCA in the U.S. to open a branch for African American women and girls. This marked the start of more than a century of work for racial justice and equality, with a particular focus on the intersections of race, gender, and poverty within our own community. Today, we advocate for public policy and legislation that supports racial and social justice, and we advocate for an end to discrimination against women in every sphere. At its core, our mission is simple: to preserve and restore the dignity all women deserve. To learn more about our critical work, visit ywcadayton.org.
Thank you guys for watching the Little Green Dress Presents Traditions and Legacies. We will see you again. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share. And you can also find all of my books on Amazon.com. You can go to the littlegreendress.online. And you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The Little Green Dress Presents. Good night.